Courage is more important than you think. When you hear the word courage, you might associate it with fearlessness. But that's a misconception. Courage is not the absence of fear. It's the ability to take action despite fear. Fear itself isn't necessarily a bad thing. It alerts you to dangers and helps you understand your strengths and weaknesses. If you identify the source of your fear, you can learn how to confront it and become braver. That's clear enough. But what about hesitation? Hesitation is something entirely different. Fear is a natural reaction to a threat, while hesitation stems from uncertainty and indecision. Here's where courage and hesitation define who you are. Hesitation creates problems, while courage eliminates them. Once you truly grasp this concept, you'll realize how crucial courage is. But to understand fully, let's explore the psychological effects of courage and hesitation together. 1. The bolder the lie, the stronger it is. This strategy, often employed by con artists, can also be integrated into your own life positively. Everyone has weaknesses, but acting courageously can make them invisible. Con artists are keenly aware of the power of courage in influencing others. And Victor Lustig, the legendary fraudster, exemplifies this perfectly. Lustig sold the Eiffel Tower not once, but twice. The first time, he told a scrap dealer that the government no longer wanted to repair the Eiffel Tower and that they would sell it as scrap and tear it down. To make his story even more convincing, he requested a bribe. The result? He sold the Eiffel Tower for over $1 million. 6 months later, he used the same lie to sell it again to another scrap dealer for $1.5 million. Lustig's story illustrates how courage and confidence can alter people's perceptions. Similarly, when you attend a meeting or make an important decision, act boldly and aim higher than you initially planned. This will boost your confidence and make you appear more impressive and powerful in the eyes of others. People will assume there's something substantial behind your confidence, which will work to your advantage. At the same time, your confidence will overshadow your weaknesses. Remember, confidence always gives you an edge. 2. A lion circles its hesitant prey. You may have noticed this in your own life. People have an intuitive sense of others' weaknesses. If you hesitate, they can sense your uncertainty. Especially in first encounters, showing a willingness to compromise or retreat awakens the lion within even the gentlest of people. It's all about perception. If you appear overly defensive, eager to compromise, or too soft-spoken, others may start treating you harshly. This applies to all areas of life, from personal relationships to professional settings. Present yourself as strong, or risk being seen as prey. 3. Courage crushes fear. Fear creates authority. A bold move can make you appear more powerful than you are, especially when executed swiftly and decisively. It commands both admiration and fear. Here's the harsh truth. No one respects a timid person. People rarely respect those they don't fear. In contrast, courage always inspires admiration. A daring action forces others into a defensive stance and compels them to pay attention to your next move. It sparks curiosity and keeps them watching. 4. Half-hearted efforts dig deeper graves. If you start any task half-heartedly, without full confidence, you create obstacles for yourself. When problems arise, you'll feel confused, overwhelmed, and generate more issues out of thin air. If you don't want to do something, don't start it. Otherwise, you'll only increase your regrets. But if you decide to go for it, start with courage. With courage, you'll tackle obstacles as they arise and reach a more satisfying outcome. Half-hearted efforts always feel heavier. 5. Hesitation creates holes. Courage fills them. When you hesitate, you create a void that leads others to doubt as well. Hesitation emits strange energy that quickly spreads uncertainty. As mentioned earlier, people become ruthless when they sense your hesitation, exploiting the void of fear you project. Courage, however, fills these gaps. Determined energy and swift action leave no room for doubt or questioning. Think of Victor Lustig. If he had hesitated, his victim would have sensed something was wrong. But he made a bold move, even asking for a bribe, which both convinced his victim and secured their trust. The aim here isn't to glorify fraud, but to demonstrate the power of courage. Indecision will sink you, but courage will always elevate you. 6. Courage sets you apart from the crowd. Courage lifts you out of mediocrity and helps you stand out. It boosts your confidence and allows you to see the world from a different perspective. Being courageous enables you to chase your dreams, overcome challenges, and seize opportunities more effectively. In the end, courage enriches your life experience and transforms you into a strong, successful individual. Staying in the herd is easy. Living courageously means truly embracing life. The harsh truth is that most of us are timid. We avoid conflict, strive to be liked by everyone, and rarely take bold steps. When we think about taking a courageous step, we fear the outcomes, others' opinions, and the conflicts we might create. Timidity is inward-focused. We care too much about ourselves, constantly worrying about how others perceive us. Courage, on the other hand, is outward-focused. It takes risks, acts decisively, and leads to a fulfilling life. Very few people are born courageous. If you think you weren't born brave, don't worry. It's not the end. There are ways to strengthen your courage, and one of the easiest is through practice. Take Napoleon, for example. He developed his courage on the battlefield because he knew it was a matter of life and death. In social settings, he was awkward and shy, but he overcame this and lived courageously in almost every aspect of his life. He understood the incredible power of courage to elevate a person. You too can cultivate your courage through practice. Think of it as a game with levels, starting from easy and progressing to harder challenges. As you advance step by step, your courage will inevitably grow. But remember, this isn't a game, it's life itself. I hope you now understand how vital courage is. If this video added value to your life, I'm glad. And if you want more content like this, consider subscribing. Finally, let me leave you with a quote from Genghis Khan, which inspired this video and perfectly summarizes its message. If you're afraid, don't do it. If you're doing it, don't be afraid.